Loops. These give us the ability to repeat lines of code as many times as we want, as long as the condition is true. And this is unlike the if statement, which only looked through the condition one time and went through the line of code one time. And in this video, we're going to be going over two types of loops. We're going to be going over for loops and while loops. So let's get started. We're first going to be going over for loops. And what these do is they loop over a specified sequence that you, the programmer, sets. And that may not have made too much sense in words, so we're going to go straight to it. So let's create a list. We're just going to call this even numbers. And we're going to assign it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then for this for loop, you're going to use the word, it may be surprising, but we're going to be using for. And then we're going to create a brand new variable that you haven't used. It's just going to call x. And then we say for x in even numbers. And then we use the colon and then we print x. And if you run this module, we just save it as what's this, loops. Yes, we just replace that, and we're going to print all of the 10, or not 10 but 5 numbers in our loop. And as you notice here, it did exactly that. Now if we wanted to loop through a specific range instead, let's get rid of this list, and instead we loop through the range. So yeah, to say range, we say for x in range, then brackets, and you choose how long you want this range to be. So for example, we can have it 5, and as you remember, when we're counting in Python, it's from 0. So this will go on from 0 to 4 if we run this module. And then we can move on to the other aspects of range. We don't only have 5, but if you say comma 2, so instead we can change the range, instead of 3, from 5 to 4, comma 6. And what you'll notice is if we run the module, we'll go 4 and 5, and then we'll stop at this 6. So 6 will be the last one, so we'll just go 4, 5. So 4 will be our starting point, and then 6 will determine where we stop. So if you want to use it instead of from 0, you can start at 4, and then you'll choose your ending point as the second argument. And then if we add our third argument here, which is basically the third variable in this range line, we're going to add 2, but here we're going to need a bigger number, so instead we can choose 2 and 10. And then if you run this module, you would think, if we didn't have the comma 2, it would be 2 to 9. It would be 2 to 9, but as you can notice, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. And what this basically does is it skips every second number. So that's basically what the 2 does there. Now we're gonna go over while loops. These are much more simpler than the for loops, as all they do is loop through a specific lines of code as long as a specified condition is true. So let's go over an example. So if we get rid of our previous code that we worked with, we're going to say while, and we're going to create a brand new variable which we're going to call count, and set that to 0. And we're going to say while count is less than 5, then use the colon, and we're going to say count, let's increment count, and to do that you'll say count equals to count plus 1. So we're basically adding count, and then we print count. So now let's run this module and click OK. Now you'll notice that we've printed the numbers 1 to 5. The reason it didn't print 1 is because we first incremented and then printed the number. Now let's say you wanted to stop this, stop the loop even though a condition hasn't been met that the while statement is set on. Well, or even the for loop as well. Well, if you want to stop it, what you're going to use is a break, and the break is simply going to break the entire loop. So let's get straight to it. And now let's say in this same while statement we want to break right here when we hit the number 3. So we would print and then press on your tab, enter, and we're going to say if count equals to 3, then we're going to break. Now let's run this module, and you'll notice that it stops at 3. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next video. We're going to be going over functions, so see you in that video. Peace.